Shalom, family. It's good to see everybody here. Yes, we're going to talk about the same guy, the one that's been running his mouth all over TikTok. He just looks a little different in the picture. He got some hair on his head, but it's the same dude that's been out here telling his people to come here to America for free money and get a house that's sitting out here empty, telling them to do all kinds of stuff, just breaking the law and everything. So I think people are reporting him. That's why he's under investigation now. I think a lot of people got upset about the content he has been putting out. Now, this is a Venezuelan, and this is the one that said work is for slaves, and he's allergic to work. Yeah, it's the same dude, same guy. So we're going to talk about his latest grift. Yeah, I thought these people worked hard, America. Isn't that what you've been putting that message out there forever? Anything that comes south of the border, that's a hardworking person. That's what you tried to say. But we see that's not the case at all. Not the case at all. These folks come here for a free ride. Now, you see what it says in the title, right? So it is saying that TikTok migrant influencer under investigation by Child Services, reveal attempt to enter Canada first. Now, he said, y'all, that He went to Canada when he first came across the border. You know why he left Canada? Canada was not giving out free stuff to the migrants. So, since they weren't giving out freebies, he left Canada and came into America. That's when he started getting the free money and, the food and the hotel. And now he's squatting in the house along with other migrants that he said are in other houses around him and everything. And this dude is in Ohio, like I told y'all before. But that's why he left Canada. See, Canada got sense. Canada is not giving them not one red cent when they arrive there. And see, the word is going out all over South America and everywhere that if you come to America, you can get all this money, you know? So, of course, they're going to keep flooding into America, and people like him, they're going to be out there on the internet listening to him. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. So, migrant TikToker influence. He's an influencer. They call him that on TikTok. So, he's probed by child services, admit he tried Canada first, but they didn't give out any goodies, no freebies. This dude is a trip. And when you watch his videos, I mean, they're all in Spanish, but he rants. He goes on these hollering and screaming rants over there on those videos. He's not just talking, he's shouting on all these videos. So, a TikTok influencer who encouraged fellow Venezuelans to squat in American homes is being probed by child services after using his baby daughter in his guides to scam and beg. So, when he was out on the streets panhandling, he would have his infant daughter with him. He would use her to get money. His infant daughter. So, Moreno shot to infamy, telling 507,000 TikTok followers, if a house is not inhabited, we can seize it. Now, y'all, I want y'all to see how fast his TikTok rose opposed to Black TikTokers that have been out there years before he showed up. So don't tell me TikTok can't influence these things. They most certainly can. See, as long as you are a non-Black person, when you get over on TikTok, the sky is the limit. He got 507,000 TikTok followers. I have seen Black TikTokers that have been out there for a couple of years, and they are nowhere near those numbers. And it just proves TikTok sits over there like other social media platforms and try to screw over the Black folks that got channels over there. So, anyway, on Friday, he doubled down, repeating the same message, calling squatting the American dream and defiantly boasting that he had the right to free speech in the US. He's right about that. Trust me, y'all, they'll shut a Black person down before they shut this dude down. And he's not even legally here. He's right about that. But he also admitted in his stream on social media content, which spans TikTok and Instagram, that his brazen use of his 1-year-old daughter as a prop is being investigated by authorities, and blamed his Venezuelan followers for reporting him to child services. He's saying other Venezuelans are the ones that reported him. I bet you they weren't all Venezuelans, y'all. So he goes on to say, "You got what you wanted," he tells his followers, clutching his daughter as he launches into a tearful rant. "What you did will never be pardoned by God." Okay, so you come to a country, you take money that you know you didn't pay no tax dollars here. You panhandle on the streets, you commit crimes, you squatting in a house, and you're talking about God is going to punish other people, but what, you think you're going to go unpunished? This guy is a trip. He is a trip for real. Because of you, they will take my daughter away because of you, because of your evil hearts. Never mind, this dude is encouraging crime. Wow. This is a real, true, selfish bastard. It's incredible that my fellow Venezuelans are capable of this. A spokesman for Franklin County Child Services in Columbus, Ohio, where Moreno has said he lives, he refused comment Friday. Attempts to reach Moreno were unsuccessful. Well, stop being in the US committing crimes, calling Biden me papa. That's what he calls Biden, me papa, because he's getting all these free things from Biden. Moreno outrageous TikToks have made him a huge presence on the platform. He also has 45,000 followers on Facebook and more than 16,000 on Instagram. And he also posts on YouTube. Well, that's good to know because I'll go look at what he's putting out on YouTube if it's the same thing as TikTok. So I'm going to look him up. He does not appear to be a paid creator on any of them. None of the posts are sponsored. The other main way influencers turn videos into cash. Moreno claims he studied to be an engineer in Venezuela. So he went to Fermin Toro University in Venezuela, which is in Lara State in the western part of the country, and that he traveled through 12 countries to get to the US. But he also revealed that he tried to seek asylum with his wife in Canada last year, but came to the US because he didn't get free things north of the border. Oh, my wife and I didn't get free stuff, so I left. They didn't give us the hotel they promised, he said in a video posted to his Instagram account last year, showing him and his wife of 3 years walking through an unnamed, cold, and deserted city. They gave us a month and then kicked us out and didn't give us the papers they promised. They didn't give us a job and they didn't give us asylum. Oh, he just want everything handed to him. I don't like to work, he tell his followers. Wow, he's on that again. Boys, in the US, there are a million tricks, a million things to do, he says, as he outlines how to live effectively for free in a new country. In a YouTube video, the migrant pulls out groceries from 3 large garbage bags, which he said were donations. And he shows off cans of fruit, cartons of milk, and whole chickens and eggs. I've concluded that the American dream is real. And the sad part, for Black men and women, it has never been real. They made sure it's never been real for us. But this migrant is telling you the truth. The American dream is real for him. It most certainly is, and plenty like him. He said, adding that he has lived for more than a year in the US and never had to work. Wow. This is food of the best quality that they give you. And he said they just give this to you. They just give it. You know, all the homeless black men and women on the streets that don't even know where their next meal is coming from. And this guy is showing 3 garbage bins worth of food for free that he didn't have to pay for. Wow. In a YouTube post from his wife's hospital room where she gave birth, he tells the viewers that they paid nothing to have their daughter and thanks Papa Biden for paying. In Friday's Ohio Friday, Republican candidate Bernie Moreno, not related to the TikToker, slammed Biden for being responsible for the influencer. Joe Biden and Sherrod Brown's border invasion is directly responsible for this type of lawless behavior, said Moreno, who won the Republican primary this week in Ohio and will face off against Democratic incumbent Brown in November. Moreno's use of his baby, now his baby is an anchor baby, y'all. That baby was born in Ohio. So he got an anchor baby, him and his wife. Moreno's use of his baby, who is a US citizen because she was born here, includes parading her around with a sign around her neck saying, "Give me a hug. It's my birthday, please," and sitting with her on his lap as he waves bundles of $50 bills. Bundles of $50 bills. And I want y'all to think about the homelessness that's growing among the Black community. And this dude is sitting with bundles of $50 bills, free from the US. A video taken on the little girl's first birthday last summer shows the family at a picnic with a hand scrawled cardboard sign urging passerbyers to contribute to the celebration. Listen to how much he collected on that one day. So in November, he went out panhandling, y'all, and he got $1,000 in one day just from going out on the streets in Ohio begging for money. He got $1,000 in one day. Yeah, now you see why this dude is telling you he ain't gonna work. Now you get it. If you can collect $1,000 in one day just begging people walking past, why would you be encouraged to go to work? And he ain't gonna get $1,000 in a day picking no fruits and vegetables. Another TikTok post, Moreno is seen driving through a Chase bank to deposit $500. And these were donations to his daughter from his viewers in Spain. Should I spend my daughter's money on a motorcycle? He said in a recent post, asking the little girl who was trying to stand up on a bed to agree or disagree. In another post, he claimed that the federal government gives him and his wife $350 a week to help with their daughter and shows off supplies of food that they got with a WIC card. Wow. So, other scams that he instructs his followers include a false claim that they can claim derelict vehicles abandoned on the side of the road for themselves and then sell for scrap. So they not only are they looking for vacant homes, they're looking for broken down vehicles sitting on the side of the road to take. But see, these things are good to know, y'all. So you can be on the lookout if something happens to your vehicle when you're driving home. You might want to do everything you can to secure your vehicle before you can arrange for a tow, or you possibly can get somebody to come out and help you get your car started, because these mofos are even looking for your broken down car to take so that they can sell it for scraps. Boy, nothing is safe around these folks. He also shows how he scam a constant supply of clothes by not removing tags from new clothes and then returning them over and over, and using alcohol and cotton balls to clean sneakers so they can easily be returned even after being worn. You know what, y'all? This guy was a criminal in Venezuela. Nobody thinks this hard about committing crimes unless they were already a damn criminal. I bet you if you knew what his track record was in Venezuela, I bet you his rap sheet is long. The video shows his wife trying on a pair of white sandals in a shoe store. She always wearing new clothes and then she returns them and says she don't like them. Boys in the US, there are millions of tricks, a million things to do. This is what he's saying on video. So his wife is nothing but a scam artist too, just like him, both him and his wife. In another post, he tells his followers to buy a plastic and Velcro cast to wrap around their leg and pretend to be injured. Work is for slaves, boy. Remember that work is for slaves. This is what he's saying on a video. Where have you seen a millionaire work? Don't humiliate yourself. You have to be creative to ask for money. But he has also experienced a Spanish language backlash in the comments, being called idiot, hopefully trash, like you will not be allowed to stay here much longer, another person wrote. Another post in Spanish this week said, go back to your country because the US is not a joke. So there's a lot of people angry with this dude, y'all. There's a lot of people pissed off at the things that he is saying. Slave work is for slaves. Work is for slaves. Woo, man. Look, y'all, in order for them to call child services on this guy, in order for them to do that, there are a lot of pissed off people. They are. You know what the authorities need to do? Because he's squatting at a house when him because it sounds like him and his wife go out quite often because he's panhandling too. When he's panhandling out on the street, why can't ICE just pick him up while he's out there on the streets, him and his wife? Because if they can grab him when he's out and about, because apparently he goes out there all the time on the streets panhandling. So in my opinion, it would be easy for them to pick this dude up if they really wanted to. They grab him right off the street and put him on the plane and send him on his way. 'Cause it seems like because he said they're always returning clothes back to the store to get the money after wearing them several times, and that means you're out and about. It should not be hard to get them if they really want to. But this dude is a trip. But y'all, he's far from the only one. There's a lot of them in this country just like him. In fact, um, they were saying the vast majority of them are not here to work, y'all. They're doing just what this dude is doing right here. I mean, this is a disgrace. Oh, yeah, it's the Democratic Party's fault, absolutely. Look, they have talked about how in the Black community, the homelessness is rising, and, they took a couple of months back when it was I think it must have been, like, December, November, they took a shot of a subway train at night, and it was all Black people on the train that were homeless. They had nowhere to go. So what they do is ride the train all night so they don't have to be out on the streets. They sleep on the train and they just ride the train all night long just so they don't have to be laying on that cold concrete. It's really sad. And those folks don't even know where their next meal is gonna come from. But this dude right here, he is getting all kinds of money, all kinds of food. He had, like he says in the story, they said he showed it on video where he had 3 trash bins all filled to the top with food. On top of that, he's getting more food through WIC. I mean, unbelievable, y'all. But we can't get $1 for reparations. We can't get 1 red cent. It just goes to show you how much they wanna see Black men and women with nothing. But anybody that's not us, they wanna make sure they pad up their wallets nice and good. Do you really think a Black man could go on the streets of America and panhandle $1,000 in 1 day? No, they would have all kinds of issues about giving him money, but this dude, he did it. See, you light and bright enough, yeah, they don't have no problem handing off their money to these kind of people. And like I said, y'all notice Karen and Darren aren't out here harassing them. They're not jumping up in their faces and complaining and telling them to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and all that garbage that they love saying to us. You notice they're not saying it to migrants like him that's only here to play the system and not work at all. Oh yeah. But you can best believe, y'all, he's one of many that are out here doing this. One of many. Oh, no, no, none of the usual ones that got their mouth open to us, they don't say a thing. And they don't even have smoke for them, even when they commit a crime. A Black man can walk in the store and you'll have them calling the police talking about he looks suspicious. But it is funny, these migrants never look suspicious to them, and they're in the store doing all kinds of shoplifting. But they never seem to look suspicious to anybody, though. I'm just saying. Absolutely amazing. So that's the latest on what's going on with this dude. I'm sure he's gonna be because he's very he's one of those people that can't seem to stay out of the camera. So I'm sure there'll be more jewels he will be dropping for all to hear. Oh, he'll be coming back with more. But y'all, I had heard probably like around December, they said these folks that come from Venezuela, they said they are nasty and they got a horrible attitude problem. And that's how they come into America from across the border. That's how they come in this country. I have seen that on several different occasions. They said these Venezuelan migrants are the nastiest people you ever want to meet. They are nasty as hell and got attitude problems. And I believe it. I really do. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. Be on the lookout for my videos that'll be coming out a little later. And those of you that are my channel members and my patrons, I'm going to be doing a live stream exclusively with you. Um, there are just some things I want to go over. So I will set that up in the coming days and we'll all come together. My paid membership will come together and we'll do an exclusive live stream just for you. Shalom, family.